The mouse of the day is Angelic Anthony, and guys, I cannot express how happy I am to have a change of pace from the most evil and sinister mouse in the last episode, Matthew Mozzarella, to Angelic Anthony. He's literally an angel, and he's come down from the heavens to bestow upon us the cheese of eternal life. If you eat this cheese, you can live forever, and if it gets into the right hands, like Nibbling Nathan, it can be a great gift. Nibbling Nathan actually ate the cheese from Angelic Anthony, and now he can live forever and just nibble on cheese forever. So this is really, really cool. I'm so happy for Nibbling Nathan. And basically, he can just nibble on these cheeses forever to find the best cheeses, the best pairing combinations. He usually likes to pair it with some fruit. Sometimes he pairs it with a nice drink, or sometimes he pairs it with some meats. But yeah, Nibbling Nathan just likes to nibble on a ton of cheeses. And now, thanks to Angelic Anthony, he can do it forever. So this is so, so cool. The thing I'm worried about is this cheese getting into the wrong hands, because imagine the most evil dude, Kingpin Keith, having access to the cheese of eternal life. If we could have, I don't know how long he's going to live for exactly, but Kingpin Keith for however many years, if we could have him for that many years, or we could have him forever, I think I'm going to pick mortal Kingpin Keith. I do not want him to be immortal, because that would just be so... Honestly, that'd be terrifying. That would be absolutely terrifying if Kingpin Keith got access to the cheese of eternal life, because that also means that you couldn't kill him. You couldn't stop him from whatever devious plans. And look at his face. You know he's got some devious plans. That grin is actually sinister. Oh my god, that's a disgusting grin. Kingpin Keith is so evil. So I would just be so devastated if he got access to this cheese. So, Angelic Anthony, I know you're trying to do the right thing, but you shouldn't be giving this out to just anyone. You need to check more closely who you're giving this cheese out to, because if it got into the wrong hands, it could be bad. Angelic Anthony, this is a great gift, but it could also be a great curse. So please, please, please be careful. But also, I wanted to explain a little bit of the backstory on Angelic Anthony and basically why he does what he does. So his name is Angelic Anthony, but he thought his name was Angle Anthony. He would travel around the world and learn the best cheese cutting strategies from the pros. He would learn how to make cheeses, he would learn how to cut cheeses, and most importantly, he would learn the perfect angle to cut them at. This is a Swiss cheese, so it will be like a 36-degree angle. If you cut it at any other angle, it'll be good, but it's not going to be angelic. So you have to have angelic powers to start with. Not just anyone can do this. I mean, maybe give it a shot. Maybe you don't know that you're angelic yet. So I would definitely try cutting a Swiss cheese at a 36-degree angle. See what happens. Because Angelic Anthony didn't even know for so long. He actually just stumbled upon this because he dedicated his whole life to cutting cheeses at the perfect angle. And when he did it just right, he found out any cheese that he cuts at the right angle will turn angelic. And it will be the cheese of eternal life. So he can turn any regular cheese into the cheese of eternal life just by cutting it right. But also, meeting with all those cheese professionals that he did meet with, they made the cheese taste a lot better. So it's not going to actually give it any special powers, meeting with all these people and getting the information on how to make the cheese delicious, but that does just make it a more enjoyable experience, because you also don't want to have a bad taste in your mouth and then go live forever. So you want a cheese that's going to taste really delicious. Oh yeah, that is one more thing I forgot to mention about the cheese of eternal life. Once you eat the cheese, that taste is actually going to be stuck in your mouth forever. Now, it's not going to be like super present like you just took a bite of the cheese, but it'll be there for a little while. It'll linger in your mouth. But I mean, if you want the effects of the cheese of eternal life to linger, I think you're going to have to put up with a little bit of cheese taste forever. And honestly, I wouldn't even mind that. His cheese is pretty delicious. So having a cheese taste permanently in my mouth, if it's a good one, that's pretty nice. That's actually really, really cool. And I mess with it heavy. Sort of reminds me of like a Willy Wonka everlasting gobstopper, but it's the everlasting cheese flavor. Oh my god, I actually would love to taste one of these. They sound delicious.